Hi guys from Vienna, this beautiful town. I'm happy to be here, back after Tbilisi and just reading my Twitter feed and getting excited about something else. And I have to share that with you because I'm really absolutely against the policy to prolong the Russian carbon mobility. We should end all this carbon mobility. What I mean with this, diesel cars and petrol powered cars, they are now in the European Parliament discussing to phase them out until 2035. I was calling already in Die Presse in 2019 when I called for a new government. I called for anti-Putin coalition to have it at the end of 2030. Now they're discussing about 35. Okay, good. That's of course, you need to give the consumer some time, and it's probably only for new cars, and so I understand to have transition and exemptions. I'm also a realistic person. You need to give consumers and industry and everybody involved there some transition time to adopt, to prepare, to accept, to convince, but we need an end of that, yeah. And it has many advantages. First of all, the obvious. It's good for the environment. Secondly, it's good for the economy. Thirdly, it's good for our strategic independence. Most of the stuff, because we have burned most of our carbon already, and the rest we don't want to burn, and we don't have any petrol since a long time in Europe, and geographically there was not so much anyhow, in Romania, Albania and in Norway, but it's not so much in this geography. So it's mainly coming from Russia, from Venezuela, and from the Gulf states and from West Africa and other places in America. They have also a lot of the stuff, Mexico, and so it's absolutely good that we use our own electricity to power our mobility, and we can do that very easily now because the technology is there. Before it was not there, so it was impossible. Now the technology is there, so let's get it done. Hey, what are we waiting for? Because it is a question of technology, obviously. Before it was impossible, now it's possible. So I don't know what exactly we are waiting for and where exactly the problem should lie in that one. I cannot understand that. And I don't know exactly what we are waiting for. I understand, when somebody has bought a car and it's worth 10, 20,000 euros and should use it, yes, fine. Until the end of the day, when somebody is in the farming sector, has specific needs, there are 10,000 justified exemptions where you can continue to use diesel and petrol. So that's not the issue, because we always have to be proportionate and serious. But the main consumers of petrol and mobility is the state, the state in the form of public transport, state-owned companies, state itself, that's taxpayer-funded activity, a lot of it, because much of our economy is like this in the structure. So let's at least order that all public procurement-funded cars and mobilities and transport buses, they only use the electricity, but already in 2025. That's the logic. All the buses, all the state-owned cars, government cars, all these government company cars, and everything which is like state-owned, from the post to Verbund, to electricity companies, all this, it's a huge part of the sector. And all people who are civil servants. Yes, ask them kindly to do that and incentivize them maybe with a special bonus. Yes, yes, we can be innovative. Of course it's a huge part of the population. And make it simply the social accepted standard to drive electricity-wise. And the rest of the cars should phase out. 2035 is the maximum of the time frame. It's very good economically because it reduces our trade deficit in the energy sector. It's a logical argument. We import the stuff, if we don't need it anymore, much better. So that's very good. and then also the independence of these petrol-fueled dictatorships like Putin, and all of them. Mostly the stuff comes with a very few exemptions of Romania and Norway and America. Mostly the stuff comes from the bad guys. It's also a reason why these petrol autocracies, they control the state, and therefore the big one, the one big natural resource, they control the licenses, they physically, militarily control often that asset, and then they give it to their best friend or their preferred international company, and we are in an autocracy, and that's very bad, and that is easy to change. Yes. So ending this petrol-powered, and then of course, for some specific sectors there might be justifications in some niches, but for the normal consumer, for the normal mobility of the public transport, I think we can be very, very fast. And for the company cars, it's already incentivized, and make another exemption, and then you're in a good condition. And things look much cleaner, greener, economically better. The bad guys don't get the money anymore, and our economy and our society can prosper. I think it's very logical, and that's why I'm for that. And that some of the industry, our super technology or fantastic, yes, okay. Then maybe other continents want that cars. Yes, maybe we can sell the technology to the Chinese. I simply really significantly don't care. Let's get battery factories done. All this technology can be used for some niche produce, but the main mobility is electricity from now on. And the clearer we give this message to the consumer, don't buy any petrol-fueled cars anymore, the better it is. And that's my goal, to support only petrol-fueled. And I call my friends from the Christian Democratic Party, say yes to 35, because actually that's anyhow much too late. Thanks a lot. Bye.